Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impression slash try on what I think about this new Wet n Wild cushion foundation. So this has been out for I think a month now, but I just recently picked it up and I really wanted to try it for you guys. Wet n Wild has a photo focus foundation that I've talked about here on my channel before, which I really enjoy, and so which I thought I would just go ahead and try it out. So if you want to see my review, first impression on the new Wet n Wild cushion foundation, then just keep watching. So this foundation is a cushion type foundation, as you guys can see here on the packaging. It has natural coconut derivative in it, and then it also has an SPF of 15. Not only that, but it says it's a luminous, lightweight, and buildable, and it's also a hydrating formula. On the display when I bought this, it said this is a medium coverage foundation, which I don't mind. I usually go for more full coverage foundations. It also says that this is dermatologist tested, not tested on animals, and this was made in China. It is also vegan. I picked up the shade 106A Light Ivory. This is the lightest shade in their range, so we will see how it works out for me. And then I'm trying to see how much product you get in this. Okay, so you get 0.52 ounces, which is less than half of an entire ounce, which most standard foundations come with a full fluid ounce of foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of the packaging. I haven't ever touched or tried this foundation. This is what the packaging of the foundation looks like. It's really cute. This is what the back of the packaging looks like, so you can see the color shine through the back. I'm kind of interested to see if the shade will work for me because, like I said, this is the lightest one, and this to me has more of like a yellow undertone to it. So when you open the packaging, that is what it looks like. You have a nice mirror here, and then they also give you a little cushion compact, which I will try for this video, but typically I don't use these. And then this is what it looks like. You have the black slip here that covers the cushion to make sure the foundation stays moist and hydrated. If you don't secure the top of this, it will dry out and it will go bad. And then once again, like I said, it just shows right there. Now, before I try this foundation, L'Oreal launched a Lumi foundation cushion, I want to say 2 years ago now, and I used that for a really long time, and I really enjoyed that foundation. I think it made my skin look really nice and hydrated and plump and full. So I'm excited to see how this one compares. The L'Oreal one did have better shade ranges, but it was more expensive. This one was only $8.99. So I'm just gonna take off the plastic slip, and this is what the cushion looks like. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so you're able to see what the cushion looks like. This is what the cushion looks like up close. Doesn't smell like anything at all. And now I'm gonna go ahead. I did already apply primer. So the primer I used was the Pop Beauty 24K base primer, and then in my T-zone area I put on the Urban Decay Optical Illusion primer. I've mentioned this in many of my foundation reviews and stuff. I always like to just use my regular stuff because if I try new primers and stuff, I feel like I'm not really giving the foundation a good shot. So let's go ahead and try this. Like I said, I'm going to be using the cushion applicator that it comes with, so we'll see here. It's so squishy. All right. Oh gosh. Okay, so applying it, I've squished into it quite a bit, and this is what the cushion looks like. It's hardly picking up any product at all. Like, hardly any. Feels very cooling and nice on the skin. It's not really picking up as much as I would like. Ugh. Okay. This little cushion thing isn't really staying on my fingers, so. I actually don't really mind this little sponge thing, but it is taking me a good amount of time to blend it out and blend it on to the skin. It's the only drawback. Taking more, and I'm going to be putting it on my forehead. While this is cute, it's just getting annoying now because now I feel like I'm not really blending it as fast as I usually like to, and I feel like it's just taking me longer to apply my foundation, which is really frustrating because usually when I apply foundation, since I have like a routine down, I can apply it fairly quickly. Okay, I'm done using this little thing. I feel like I applied a good amount of that foundation with their applicator that comes with it to the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and look at myself real quick in the mirror and tell you guys what I think. So I was using that little blender. I have a little mirror here and I'm just looking at my skin. It does make my skin look very hydrated and luminous, which I can appreciate. I would say the coverage is a medium coverage. I'm gonna do another I'm gonna do another layer of it with a beauty blender just to see if I can build it. And as I suspected, it does have more of a yellow undertone, which I am more pink, so that kind of is annoying, but that's fine. You can see right here my blemishes coming through the foundation, which once again, not a big deal, so I'm gonna go in with another layer. This little sponge thing, I think it was fine. I wouldn't use it. I would rather use my beauty blender or my brush. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and get closer to the camera so you guys can see my skin close up. So now I'm going to be taking this foundation, except I'm going to be just using my beauty blender. The blender that I'm going to be using is this L'Oreal sponge. I really like these. I'm just going to take it directly onto the sponge like so. And I'm just going to start tapping it onto the skin to build. I'm only going to do one side at first, so we can see if it does build okay. This is with the second coat using a beauty blender. I can already see a difference on this side of the face where I went in with an extra layer. It helped cover the blemishes a little more, except I still have some redness on my nose peeking through. But on this side, you can definitely tell it has less coverage than this side. Also, right here on the cheek area, it's not really covering that redness as well. So I'm probably gonna have to go in with my concealer and just cover it up, but let me get closer so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I just got a little closer and you can really see the difference here on my nose area. This side's definitely more medium to light coverage, and this side is more full medium coverage. So if you want more coverage, go in with an extra layer. Like I said, this foundation is a lot more yellow than I'm used to and a lot more yellow than my skin tone, because I am more pink. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just apply this side, and then I will come back when I am done with my makeup and kind of talk to you guys about this foundation and give you my first impression. So I am finally done with my makeup. It has probably been about 2.5 hours. I took a little extra more time today just because I don't know, I was just into it and I was taking my time. And I also stopped in some other things, but this is what the foundation looks like on top of all of the makeup I put on. I did use a combination of cream products and powder products, so I wanted to see how everything kind of layered together. I also used a lipstick as a blush, so that was interesting. But as far as the foundation goes, it is a little too yellow for my liking. Like I said, I'm more of a pink toned girl undertones, and so I always like more of a pink tone. I just felt like this foundation was too yellow, and even looking at it now, I feel like it is just a little too yellow. I feel like if it had like a little less yellow, it'd be perfect. But it doesn't, and this is just a little too yellow in my opinion for me. However, if you do have more of a yellow undertone, I think that the shade will be really great for you. So looking at the foundation, I am having a little breakup underneath of my nose and the breakup to around my nose, which is actually very normal for me. I always get creasing right in those little pockets of my nose, so it really doesn't bother me all that much. Also, this foundation layered really, really well with all the products. Layered well with concealer, it layered well with my bronzer, my contour, my blush, my highlighter. I think it looks really, really good. This foundation is a good filming foundation. Because of the color, I wouldn't feel comfortable going out and wearing it because I feel like it is just a little too yellow. I know on camera it probably looks different, but in person it just looks too yellow and I feel self-conscious, and I hate going out in public with makeup that I don't feel 100% comfortable in. So for that reason, I wouldn't go out in this foundation and I probably won't wear it in public, but for filming, I think it's a really good foundation because I can kind of mask things and you guys can't really tell a whole lot on camera because of all the lights and stuff around me. So like I said, it's a good filming foundation. It really reminded me a lot of the L'Oreal Lumi one, except I felt like this one was just a little bit more matte. I felt like the L'Oreal Lumi one had a lot more of luminosity and glow to the skin, but other than that, they both remind me a lot of each other. Once again, this is what the packaging looks like. Now, with that said about the L'Oreal one, I used my L'Oreal one a handful of times and then I just stopped using it. I don't know why, honestly. I actually really, really like it and I missed it. I think it just got kind of lost in the shuffle with all of my other foundations. But for $8.99, I would recommend you guys pick this up and try it. I think it's a really good foundation and it looks really nice and natural. If you have more pink undertones, just be careful because like I said, this is more of a yellow toned foundation. So just be aware of that. But if you're into like a medium to buildable coverage foundation, I feel like you would really, really like this. If you do have oily skin, I would probably stay away from it just because it does give more of that luminous glow to the skin. I am oily combo, so I don't really see a ton coming through, and since I did use this pore primer, I feel like that also really helped with that. But like I said, if you're oily, just be careful because this is more of a luminous type of foundation. Yeah, that is what I think about this foundation. I feel like I will be using it in future Instagram videos and YouTube videos just because I do like how it is pulling up on camera and I like the way it feels on the skin. I also like how the coverage is. Like I said, if you do have more of a yellow undertone, I would highly recommend you check out this foundation because I think you will really, really like it. But that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and leave me your comments below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.